Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we have with us Benelli's touring bike, the TRK 502. At the first glance, it won't feel like a Benelli, it seems to be like a Ducati. The only thing of the design what I feel is this 17-inch alloy wheel in the front, but they have sorted it out because in the 502X you get a 19-inch spoke wheel and it looks really proportional to this design. But for now, we have with us the TRK 502 BS6. And before we head to the review, we would like to thank Benelli for providing us this bike for the review. And if you are in Pune, you can visit their dealership on Bane Road for best offers on Benelli products. And if you are new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss out great content from Rev Explorers. We are also on Instagram. Our handle is right over here. Don't forget to follow us there as well. We are also available on Facebook and Twitter. And I should mention it right away that there is a surprise for all the riders in the end of the video. So let's begin with the review first. I just love this design. This big beak will help you in reducing the air drag, and then is this big visor which will help you reduce the air drag on yourself. So this one is for the bike and this one is for you, which is really good. With that, you have two halogen headlamps and two LED DRLs. Along with that, you have inverted forks, and these are 50 mm inverted forks with 135 mm travel, which is good enough for this motorcycle. As I already said, the only thing out of proportion what I feel is this 17-inch alloy wheel. I feel that a bigger one would suit it, and it does, because the 502X is available in the market and it gets a 19-inch spoke wheel, which looks really awesome. So it gets a 17-inch alloy wheel, and on that is a 120 by 70 section Pirelli tire, which is a radial tire, and it has good grip. Along with that, for your safety, you get dual disc brakes in the front of the size 320 mm, and it has a dual channel ABS. From the side profile, it looks really like a beast, and I like this big beefy design. Now this bike is available in 6 colors, and you have to pay a premium price for the colors. The most expensive one is the red one. Now as this is a touring motorcycle, you do get a 20-liter fuel tank, and this bike delivers somewhere around 24 kmpl, so you have a good range of 500 kilometers. Now 24 kmpl is good enough because it gets a 500cc motor, and this is a twin-cylinder motor, BS6 compliant, fuel injected and liquid cooled. The motor is mated with a 6-speed gearbox and has a maximum power of 47.5 PS at 8500 rpm and a peak torque of 46 Nm at 6000 rpm. The complete bike sits on steel trellis frame and weighs 235 kgs, which is slightly on a heavier side, but then touring motorcycles are heavy because of all the guards and the panniers it gets. And you have to take into consideration that this is a twin-cylinder motorcycle. The ground clearance of the bike is 190 mm, so you can easily take it on off-roads. However, the tires are not suitable for that profile, but then if you encounter bad roads or bad patches, you can easily take it on them. So because this is a touring motorcycle, you get to see sawtooth on the foot pegs as well as on the brake lever, so that you never lose on the grip. One more thing to add on this motorcycle which is not available is the engine cowl and the bash plate, so that you do not bump it somewhere. The TRK 502 gets a split step-up seat, and both the seats are very comfortable, very cushiony and very comfortable for long rides. Along with that, you have big grab rail which is integrated with the top rack. With that, to keep your comfort in check, Benelli gives you a hydraulic monoshock which has preload as well as rebound adjustment. Now, one of my favorite things on the motorcycle is the underbelly exhaust, and that is why 502 is my favorite, because it gets an underbelly exhaust. Let's check out how it sounds. At the rear is a 160 by 60 section Pirelli tire. Now this is also a radial tire and it is a sports profile tire. It is mounted on a 17-inch alloy wheel and it gets a 260 disc brake in the rear. Now this is a dual channel ABS setup, so you do get ABS sensors in the rear as well. At the tail end are LED turn indicators along with LED tail light. Now let's quickly hop on to the saddle. The saddle is very comfortable, good enough for long rides. The saddle height is 800 and I am 5'9". I can easily get 1.5 feet on the ground. If you are 5'8" and above, you can ride this motorcycle. But if you are lower than 5'5", you will need experience as well as some tiptoeing to ride this bike. Now let's check out the semi-digital instrument cluster. Now this is a semi-digital instrument cluster. So you have an analog tachometer which looks really good, and then you have a digital instrument cluster where you have digital speedometer, digital fuel gauge, digital temperature gauge, then you have the odometer and the trip meter over here. Along with that, you do get your time over here and the gear position indicator. With that, you have multiple indicators on the top like the engine malfunction, high beam turn indicators, neutral light, then you have the oil pressure light and the ABS light. Now coming to the handlebar, which is very comfortable. On the right hand side, you have the kill switch, the hazard light switch and the self start switch. Along with that, there is a dummy switch over here. So if you plan to put on extra lights or something like that, you can always plug it in from here. The brake lever is adjustable and you do get a knuckle guard in the front. On the left hand side, you have the pass switch, the headlight control, the turn indicator control and the horn. With that, you have a dummy switch over here so that if you mount any accessories, you can power it from here. As well as you have an adjustable clutch lever, and then is the knuckle guard over here as well. One more thing to add on is this USB socket over here so that you can charge your mobile phone or your gadgets. Now the only thing I feel is that it should not be over here, it should be on the handlebar in case if you have the mobile or GPS mounted on the handlebar. Now before we take the TRK on the city roads of Pune, I should tell you that these mirrors are really good. They are very wide so that you can easily see what's behind you, and it really helps on the highway. Now let's take the 502 on the city roads of Pune and see how it performs. And before you go on a ride, don't forget to wear your helmet and follow all road safety rules. This is one hell of a touring motorcycle. It checks almost all the right boxes. The seats are very well padded and comfortable, especially for long rides. The seating triangle is also perfect. Scooped out seat, wide and raised handlebar, along with the neutral set wide foot pegs, keeps the ride quality maintained. There is no fatigue or stress whatsoever. The back is straight and the arms stretched out wide, making it easy for you to command and lifting the weight off your shoulder. Benelli has really made sure that the rides are comfortable on this motorcycle. Even when you are standing, the handlebar position is so apt that you need not bend. In fact, the wind visor helps reduce the air drag when at high speed. This is by far the cheapest motorcycle in the market with twin cylinder. Usually after BS6 norms, manufacturers have hiked their prices, but Benelli has slashed it with a huge margin. The power delivery is very linear and the response from motor is predictable. The initial pickup is good and the motorcycle pulls throughout the rev range. However, on the downside, this is a heavy motorcycle, almost 30 kilos heavier than its rival, due to which the power to weight ratio takes a good hit. So it might feel slightly underpowered for a 500cc motor, but on a brighter side, it has twin cylinder and the motor is super duper refined. Plus, it is a head turner when you are pinning down the throttle. The heat management system on this motorcycle is very good as it diverts all the heat from the radiator off your legs. And to add cherry on the cake, this is the most affordable and cheapest motorcycle in this segment. The motor is mated with a 6-speed gearbox and it is very precise. However, I felt that the shifts are slightly stiff. It may be due to gear lever adjustment or due to the missing slipper clutch, which I think should be a part of this motorcycle as it would aid in easy and aggressive shifting. The clutch is on a lighter side and this motorcycle gets an option to adjust the clutch lever, but then the slipper clutch is a big miss. The brakes are just amazing, spot on and very precise. The overall brake bite is good. With twin disc in the front, it gives you very good confidence. You will never feel nervous on this motorcycle, despite the fact that it is heavy and is powered by a 500cc twin cylinder motor. The brakes are that good. Both of them offer a very good feedback and the bite is very precise. And because of the powerful brakes, you are able to unlock the full potential of the motorcycle. Main focus of Benelli on the TRK 502 was riding quality, and hence you get to see 50mm upside down forks in the front, which have decent travel and they absorb the bad patches very easily. The rear one is slightly high-tech because you do get rebound and preload adjustment, which helps tune the motorcycle according to the rider and the terrain you are riding on. The suspension setup is balanced. It can absorb bad roads very easily as well as keeps the stability on at high speeds. Helping in that are the pair of Pirellis. Together they form a good combination of highway tourer. I like the build and finish of this motorcycle. It looks good. The switchgear has a blue backlit which looks very nice at night. The overall build quality is very premium. I agree it misses out on few features, but then it is not at all a deal breaker because of the cost at which Benelli is offering this motorcycle. Our ride with the TRK 502 has come to an end, and I don't want it to end because this is a marvelous motorcycle to have. It is a good touring motorcycle and we were just given a chance to ride it on the city roads of Pune. I hope that Benelli will listen to us and give us this motorcycle for a long ride so that we can actually do a long ride review and a long-term review how this performs on the highways. Anyways, for now, it's time to end, and if you like this motorcycle, you can get it too, starting from 4.79 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi to 5.29 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi. Now, the price depends on the color you choose. So whichever color you like, you will have to pay the price. "30,000 subscribers means celebration. So here we are at Benelli's own cafe at Baner Road. Benelli is Italian and so is this cafe. And let's have some healthy after a long ride as well as a long shoot for us. Oh, the starting with homemade pizza. Let's order something veggie and something chicken. Because Benelli is all about healthy food for the riders. And if you're not a rider, you can still come here. One veggie delight pizza and one Benelli special chicken. Along with that, a cappuccino. Thank you. Finally, my food is here and let's try it out. The healthy Benelli's cafe. Now, I am not a food vlogger, but let's see how good job I can do. Because chicken is my favorite, so definitely I'll go with the chicken first. Definitely tasty. And with that said, thank you so much for 30,000 subscribers. Our review has come to an end. I hope you did like it. Do share it with your family and friends. Ring the bell and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out from the latest content of Rev Explorers. You can also follow us on our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages. We'll see you again in the next video. Till that time, stay home, stay safe, ride safe and eat healthy. Come to Benelli's Cafe.